Hello, and welcome back to the next episode in our Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord campaign, playing as the Vlandian Knight, Sir Arthur Pendragon. So last episode we suffered a pretty catastrophic defeat at the hands of two Battanian armies. We were defeated at the Battle of the Bridge of Pendragon, which is this bridge here, and the army that we had mustered was wiped out and we were captured and thrown into the dungeons of Pendragon. But we since made our escape, rebuilt our party, got all our companions and family members back, and we're now no longer at war with the Battanians. We made peace. We're now at war with the Western Empire. But I am planning and plotting my revenge against the Battanians at some point, and I would like to take the city of Pendragon and have revenge on the Battanians for that defeat. I'm still a little unclear as to how we lost that battle. I mean, it seemed like we were doing all the right things tactically. We had our archers up the back. Our infantry was, sort of holding the center and keeping all of their infantry busy so our archers could do the most damage. And then our cavalry was charging in reasonably open terrain, reasonably flat terrain as well. And as the Battanians were streaming in from their reinforcement point, it seemed at least like our cavalry should have been cutting them down. But I'm not sure if that's actually the case. Like I said in the last episode, our archers did quite well. The crossbowmen, got a decent amount of kills. I think the crossbowmen in our party alone got 100 kills or so. And we only had 50 of them, so, it seems like our archer units did quite well. Our infantry units also seemed to do okay. It really appeared to me like the cavalry just significantly underperformed, and I'm not exactly sure why. It didn't seem to me like we were using them incorrectly necessarily. Of course, I wasn't micromanaging them, and maybe I should have just hit F6 and let the AI handle it. But yeah, I don't know. Any tips or suggestions? Please let me know in the comments. Like I said, I did Google around, and from what I've been reading, on this current version of the game, version 1.8, which is the latest beta version, apparently Tail Worlds did kind of screw the pooch a bit when it comes to cavalry. They significantly nerfed apparently the spear and lance damage, and made it a lot more dependent on the speed of the unit, which is fine for a player. Like, I haven't noticed there being any difference to spear or lance damage, but I'm a player. Like, I know when to ride fast and how to aim and get the maximum speed bonus to my damage. The AI, on the other hand, apparently sucks at that. They don't know how to do charges properly. They don't know how to aim properly with spears and lances when they do a charge. And they also don't know how to get distance between themselves and enemies to actually thrust properly with a spear or with a lance. So apparently what happens is the AI cavalry just charge in, miss with their lances, whether they're going for the wrong targets or whether they're just inaccurate with respect to the targets that they are going for. So what I'm saying there is whether it's a problem of target selection, i.e. they're not targeting the unit they ought to be targeting, like a unit on the front line, but they're for some reason targeting a unit in the second rank or the third rank, and as a consequence they can't actually hit that unit because they're just charging into the units in the first rank or the second rank, and then that's interrupting their couched lance animation. That's a possibility. Or whether it's an issue with actually being accurate and hitting the target. So suppose that they are correctly targeting units in the first rank, talking infantry units in the first rank, but for some reason they just can't actually hit them because they're inaccurate, and they're not judging the speed and distance right or whatever. They're not couching the lance correctly or accurately. I don't know. I'm not sure what the problem is, but it seems pretty clear to me from the kill counts, particularly in the last battle, but even in other battles where we've used cavalry, and you can see it in the battles we've had against looters with cavalry, where we have like 40 cavalry charged into like 30 looters, and they get like 5 to 8 kills or something, just a pathetic amount of kills. So it seems pretty clear to me there's an issue with accuracy. It also seems pretty clear to me that the cavalry don't charge through properly, so it seems like only the first rank of cavalry with their lances, couched, actually have any chance of doing some damage, and then the second and third rank of cavalry don't end up doing anything with their couch lances because they just end up bumping up against the rank in front of them. So that's a whole issue. There's I think a big massive issue with the cavalry charging properly and using their couch lances properly, selecting the right targets, and or accurately being able to hit the targets that they do select. So that's one issue. Okay, and that's just one component. The other component is when the cavalry does charge in and get into a big melee brawl, they don't pull back and then charge in again with their lances couched, nor do they switch to a sword or a mace. At least it doesn't seem like they do, and then start using that in the close quarter combat. Rather, it seems that in a lot of cases anyway, particularly when it's cavalry against cavalry, they just poke at the enemy with their spear or their lance while pretty much stationary. So they're doing minimal damage, particularly on the difficulty settings we have, right, where everything is set to realistic. So they're taking, a decent amount of damage from the enemy, and they're not doing that much damage to the enemy because the spear and lance damage, like I said, has apparently been nerfed a bit in 1.8 and made more dependent on speed. And of course, if they're just sitting on their horses stationary or relatively stationary and poking at the enemy, they're not going to be doing much damage, particularly when the enemy is armored, okay? And so that's another issue that makes cavalry a little bit more useless. The third and final issue, which is something I've commented on in the past, and it's most noticeable when cavalry are fighting looters, but the third and final issue is the lack of charge damage. Even when my character is charging into, at full speed, mind you, unarmored infantry or low tier infantry or even looters, charging at full speed with one of the fastest horses in the game. Granted, not the horse with the most charge damage. I think the Imperial Charger does 12, the Husseinfree does 15. So not the most charge damage in the game, but still 10 charge damage. It's still quite decent, and it's a tier 3 horse, and it's fully armored in heavy chainmail armor, which you think would add to the momentum that such a beast could inflict upon its foes and anything in its path. But yeah, charging into unarmored troops, low tier troops, looters, doesn't do a lot of charge damage. And while it may knock down some infantry, it doesn't knock them down for very long at all. They're pretty much up almost immediately. It also isn't clear to me, and I might have to test it more, but it's not clear to me whether or not there's any trample damage, right? So when an infantry unit is knocked down and it's run over by another horse, is it actually taking any damage? I don't know. That's not clear to me. Some suggestions I would have. Number one, up the charge damage generally for all cavalry. Number two, have the charge damage of the horse scale up with the weight of the armor that the horse is wearing, or the armor value of the armor that the horse is wearing, if weight isn't being properly used. But I think it ought to be properly used. So yeah, up the charge damage of the horses, and increase it as well, again, by the weight of the armor that the horse is wearing. Make sure charge damage is being properly affected by speed. I don't know if it is. I know it is slightly, but it should be probably a lot, speed should have a much bigger impact, I think. And then another change they could make in addition, just to round off the charge damage changes, is make it when infantry get knocked down, they don't just immediately get back up. I mean, they're being hit by a pretty large beast at speed. If they're, unarmored, or even if they're in armor, they should be down for quite a couple seconds at least. And that should be, down on the ground, unable to swing, unable to move. And furthermore, in my view, there needs to be some kind of modifier to buff trample damage when an infantry unit is knocked down on the ground and is hit with charge damage by another horse. So if I'm charging in an infantry unit, I knock him down, I do a bunch of charge damage at speed with my chainmail armor horse here. Let's say I do 20 charge damage, whatever it is, right? Whatever the number works out to be. that infantry unit is now knocked down on the ground for like 2-3 seconds, whatever the number is. If a second horse hits that infantry unit with charge damage, it should instead do quote-unquote trample damage, which should just be charge damage times 1.5 or something, right? Some kind of modifier there which reflects the fact that this infantry unit is lying on the ground and just got run over by a horse in full armor, right? Like, realistically, an infantry unit that happened to, unless he's very heavily armored and very lucky, would probably die. I don't know. Maybe people with more historical knowledge than me can comment on the accuracy of that statement. But that would be one thing. The second thing is make the bloody AI better at target selection and better at being more accurate with their couch lances. And then the third, maybe buff the damage of spears and lances and don't make them quite so dependent on momentum and speed. That's more of a stopgap measure. The ultimate fix obviously is to improve the cavalry combat AI in that regard, and also to ensure that they don't get in these ridiculous melee bouts where they're pretty much stationary and just poking at one another with their spears, which again is more common with cavalry v cavalry. So those are all my comments on cavalry and what I think Tellworlds need to do to fix it. Thank God we did not commit to playing purely with cavalry. There was every chance as a Vlandian that I may have done that, but that would have been a mistake. I think the current state of play in the game is that archers are the superior unit. I mean, look, the Battanian Fion champions are still the most powerful unit in the game, if used correctly, of course. And the same, I don't think, can be said of cavalry. Even the best cavalry in the game, like the Imperial Cataphracts or the Vlandian Banner Knights. Yeah, just the current balance and the current way they've done things, I don't think it's that effective, unfortunately. Now, what I will say is, to compensate for all of the proposed buffs I have suggested to cavalry units, spears should be much more deadly against both mounts. And when I say spears, I mean, yeah, spears and pikes, like infantry-wielded spears and infantry-wielded pikes, should be much more effective against mounts and against cavalry as well. So that could be something that could be done, I think, by giving all the spear units in the game, right? So let's have a look. So like the Vlandian pikemen, right? Just give all of the pikemen / spear units in the game a perk which gives them a 50% damage bonus with spears and lances and pikes against mounts and against cavalry units, or against people riding mounts, something like that. There definitely needs to be, if we're going to buff cavalry, there needs to be a counter to that, and the counter is spears and pikes. Now, whether the AI can effectively use spears and pikes is another thing, and that's something that will need to be addressed as well in the future. But suffice it to say, those are my comments on the current state of play with cavalry. Now, with that out of the way, we're still going to use cavalry. We're going to do the best we can with it. But yeah, the unfortunate reality is Vlandia is a cavalry-focused civilization. So there's only so much we can do. If we're going to go up against a nation like Battania, which have excellent archers and pretty damn good infantry too, their cavalry doesn't leave. Their cavalry leaves a lot to be desired, but like I said, cavalry seems pretty useless this update. So I think Battania has an advantage. But yeah, if we're going to go up against them, we'll need to fight them on uneven terms in our favor. So, okay, alright, with all of that having been said, my long rant about cavalry is over. And again, feel free to comment if you agree or disagree, or if you've got any suggestions as to how I can, play a bit differently to counteract the state of cavalry in the game, or maybe there's some mods I can use that fix it without changing too much else. Please do suggest them. So I don't really want to turn the difficulty down, because it's just going to make our infantry and archers probably too strong as against the AI. So anyway, let's head over to the Western Empire to do some battles and get some influence. which we desperately need, because we spent a bit on that army, which didn't quite work out. We need to fight some looters as well. Do we want to join Lasan's army? Speak to Hekard. Lord needs horses. Needs 7 saddle horses. Do I have 7 saddle horses? I very well may. I do. Well, let's do that quest then. Alright, Hekard. Heard you may need some help. Yep. What do you need? Any other way? Bring your horses by myself. Okay. Let's just hand that in to Hekard. Yep, here are your horses. Perfect. Got some renown, we've got a skill point. In charm. And increased relations. What I do want to do actually is see if we can capture any interesting lords, but we need to probably get our party up to scratch first. Wait, we have a horse archer? How do we have a horse archer? That can't be right. Yaksha, Talamund, and Mila. Oh, Mila's a horse archer. Right. I forgot about her. Well, I mean, you know, look. Lion imprinted saber. That's a cool saber. Yeah, we'll definitely hang on to her, I mean. Not want to do that to the Aserai, but yeah, we need to get our archers back. Can we take out this caravan? Are we going to be able to catch it? Why is our speed so low? We still need to get more cavalry units, don't we? Yes, we do. Let's go for Ammonon's party. Although we have a lot of recruits, I think we've got a large enough quantity to take him out. I mean, he's got a lot of recruits as well. We should capture him. Oh, wait. Why was that quest updated? Hang on. Taken prisoner by Serenor. Okay. Alright. Surrender or die. And he doesn't want to surrender. How did he go up to 133 troops? Horse archers! This is not ideal. Okay. Horrible terrain for us, fighting uphill. So much for our skill in tactics. I think we set up right in this corner. I can see no real alternative, to be honest. And I'm even thinking perhaps it's worthwhile dismounting cavalry. Okay, put all our infantry there. And who do we want to lead the infantry? Kundal the swordsman, maybe? Is he on a horse? No. I'm pretty sure he was who I had lead them in the past as well. Yeah. And then for the archers, it was it Talamund? No, it was Himmel. Okay. Alright, that'll have to do. 60 archers. And 59. Where did he get so many? Is it because the villagers help? It might be because the villagers helping him. Let's see if we can take out some of these archers here. Oh, not archers, sorry. Cavalry. risky. I mean, me riding ahead in general is a bit risky, but I think we've got enough. Are our guys getting attacked? Yeah, let's turn them off. Oh crap. I don't want to get shot by arrows just yet. Oh, hang on. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. See, like 1 charge damage, 2 charge damage. Hopefully our cav can decimate their archers. I think they made an error. Fundamental error. I'll leave the bowmen not... actually, let's... Whoops. Turn them back on. Just need to make sure our archers, cav, don't get too caught up. I don't want them to run down into the infantry, so let's pull them back. Let's put our guys into shield wall, put the cav back up there or something. Actually, we'll pull them back over the hill. I mean, that seemed to work, right? We killed... Oh, we didn't kill that many. Like, how did our cavalry not kill that many of their archers? See what I mean? Like, we're absolutely cutting them down. Or we should have been, at least, because they were away from all the other troops, they were away from their infantry, and it just boggles my mind. So our archers are wasting arrows. Okay, can we get this guy? Is that their commander? I don't think so, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, it was. That was. Okay, well they're gonna charge now, presumably. Let's get our cavalry over here.
Face that way!
Let's get them up there. But yeah, it's like, how did our cavalry not get a decent amount of kills? You know, just, I don't know. I don't even know where all their archers are gone. They're on the other side of the village. I don't think the AI really knows how to deal with the fact that we're holed up in that corner. Okay. Almost taken out all their cav. Last one. Okay. Oh, not the completely last one. Were those rocks or throwing weapons? I think they were rocks. Okay. They've got one horse archer left, and then 2 more little cav. Oh, that wasn't a horse archer. Oh no, the horse archer's still down there. Okay. I'll go for this guy. Okay. Single-handed... Oh, that's their archers. Let's GTFO, which is the technical term for a retreat. We want to move our infantry up and move our archers up. I don't know. We need to rearrange them in any event. So we want to move archers. God damn it. 2 F7. Archers here. Infantry here. Let's get the cav up there. Cavalry here. Such a poor amount of charge damage, really. No, this is not going to work. I need to get out of here. Doing like 2 charge damage, 3 charge damage. It's pathetic. Alright. Are archers firing? No, of course they won't. We've not lost that many, to be honest, so we'll just let our archers do their job.
Cavalry!
You know what, let's just charge with the infantry and with the cav. I'll pull the cav back after some of these archers get. Okay, I mean we did a decent amount of charge damage there. Okay, let's pull the cav back. Oh, the infantry are not doing well. I mean, I didn't expect them to do too well uphill. Hopefully our archers can pick up the slack. But this will be a lot of experience. As I suspected, there's bloody peasants in the mix here. Okay, how are we doing? Eesh. Only 16 left. Let's put the cav in. So a few more of them got knocked out than I thought. But yeah, we lost a lot of infantry. Okay. Surely that's all of them, one left. Alright, we won. Wasn't the greatest battle. 49 Vlandian recruits died. Which isn't great, but we got Ammonon. And we freed Hecaron. And yeah, whatever, no thanks are necessary. We'll take that Vlandian sharpshooter. Upgrade all of those archers. We'll upgrade. I'll wait to upgrade those actually. Just wondering, should we raid the village? Because we already killed all the peasants. May as well. The thing is, raiding is just not worth our time. I mean, look how long it takes, and we spend more in daily wages than we get from the raid. Go back to Sargot. Actually, we'll go to Usank Castle. Who's that? Held by the Corenios clan. I don't want to... Who do I want to curry favor with out of the kingdom clans? Who's got the most members? We do. Who has the most fiefs? I don't know why this Corenios clan has done so well. Maybe the Deforte. So, what do they own? Verexan Castle and Oxhall. I don't know, where's Verexan? It's up here. De Aramank, what about them? About the De Aramank. What's our relation with them? 7 and 3. Yeah, maybe we'll go to Jaculan then. I'll just go here first though. A courier with a ransom offer for the freedom of Ammonon has arrived. No, decline. I'm not too bothered about who gets to rule that castle. That's 4. Eh. Recruit all! Finally a decent amount of recruits. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of all that. Get rid of all that. I don't know why that's locked, but we'll get rid of it. Okay. And we'll ransom everyone except Ammonon. Because I want to drop him off in the dungeons of Jaculan. Okay, let's go to the dungeon. We're going to donate Ammonon. Get 4 influence for that. Only 7 relation. But I guess he's not the king of Britannia. So it makes sense that perhaps not as much relation. Now, Cav, we've got... How much Cav do we have? 59, 68, 33. Okay, so we still need a bunch more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roughly the amount of archers we need. Roughly. Okay. Okay, that'll do. What's on in the tournament here? No. Okay. Now there was a big band of like 40 looters running around here somewhere. We'll see if we can find them. Not the end of the world if we can't. Inglether. It doesn't look like we can find them easily. Ah, and we got a perk in polearm, so we can get counterweight. Increases your handling of swingable polearms by 15%. And infantry troops in the formation you're leading up their polearm skill increase by 20, or sharpen the tip. Thrust attacks with polearms have 5% increased damage, and infantry troops in the formation have 5%. Well, we don't swing our polearm, we always thrust, so we'll go with sharpen the tip. We have another perk as well for Mila, which is just a basic selection. And lastly for Alda. Oh, and for Varric. Wait, who else? Okay, we'll do Alda first. Medicine. So we can get best medicine or good lodging. Best medicine, high morale increases the healing rate by 15%. And then increase relationship by +1 with a random notable over age 50 while in a town. Or resting in settlements increases the heal rate by 20%. Well, we're always going to have reasonably high morale, thanks to the gourmet perk that our steward has. So we'll go with best medicine. And as for the focus point, guess we'll pop it into athletics, I suppose. And the other one we will put into control. And that's her done. And then as for Varric, he has 1 focus point. What do we even have him equipped with? I don't even know. Oh, we've made him a knight. Okay. Okay, well, we'll put that focus point into riding, I guess. Okay. Anyone else have anything to apply? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Nope, that's fine. Alright, cool. Ah, there's those big band of looters. I'm just going to train the archers on these guys.
Horse archers!
Hopefully.
Soldiers! Move!
And I probably need to have Mila dismount her horse and not be a horse archer, because we don't have any other horse archers. And I think she's going to be an issue for the infantry, potentially. Alright, let's just move our archers over here.
Forward!
Just hold their fire for the moment. Okay, fire at will. Don't hit the trees, guys. I can see so many of them hitting the trees. That's a bit better. See, archers are effective if used properly against unarmored troops without shields. Why are cavalry not as effective? Let's see. Hold your damage. Hold your fire. See how much charge damage we do if we just hit this guy full pelt with our horse. 1. 1. 6 from the front. Didn't even do any charge damage then. It's obviously going too slow. Okay, that levels a bunch of crossbowmen up. See what Belgier is, what quests he has. Servic, I don't know you, I suppose. Yep, okay. He's of the De Valant. He needs horses too. He needs 11 Vlandian coursers. I don't think I can do that. At least not right now. Yeah, I've only got 4. And another Prodigal Son quest. I will leave that. Oh, I want to avoid Desporian's army, because it's going to crush our guys, unfortunately. Like, there's no way. Got 500 infantry, 100 cav. Psh. Yeah, they're gonna get crushed. Oh, sorry, those are the prisoners. I was reading the wrong thing. 200 cav, 200 infantry, 100 ranged. 500 cav, 500 infantry, 100 cav, 150 range. Yeah, our guys are gonna get thrashed just because they're outnumbered. Doesn't matter. The tactics don't matter. Except for archers, tactics sort of matter. Cav doesn't make a difference. Can't really inflict morale damage either with repeated, like, rear charges. Garrios' army. Aretha. Maybe we can catch her. No. Maybe we should go to the Aserai territory and actually Tadios we can probably get. Okay, let's let him get further away from the town. Okay. You know, it or surrender or die. Yield or fight. Alright.
Mounted archers!
Okay, we should do okay. You would think. You would think the cavalry would do alright here. You think the archers would do okay. But let's find out, shall we? No, that's too thin.
Move!
That's better.
Forward! Riders! Move! Go!
Let's just, yeah, prevent them from... I missed. We could probably snipe their lord, actually. Yeah, got him. Anyway, our archers are taking care of them while they're just sort of running around. There we go, Tadios is gone. Okay, missed that. Let's take out these archers. Okay, don't know how I missed that one, but I missed it.
Cavalry!
Get
Forward!
the cavalry to run through. Let's see, can they kill the two cavalry that are right in the middle of them? No.
Move! Move!
Why is some of the cavalry running here?
Troops! Charge! Riders! Move! Look that way! Attack!
Okay, that seemed to work out, but again, you know, I don't know how much damage our cavalry did. I think it was probably more the infantry and causing them to rout as well. How many cavalry missed? Oh, so there's some cav left.
Have a give 'em hell!
Oh, are they still alive? How have they not? I can't even see him in the middle of that. Missed. There we go, okay. So we lost 3 footmen and 2 recruits. Worked out pretty well. Worked out pretty well. Okay, you are my prisoner now. Gunteric is freed. That's good. No thanks necessary, good sir. Let's recruit the Banner Knight, the 2 sharpshooters, the hardened crossbowmen, the knight, the cavalry, those crossbowmen, champion, footman. We'll just dump any recruits if we get taken above our limit, which it looks like we will. I'll just dump. Okay, perfect. Take as many prisoners as we can. Nice. Okay, yeah, that's good. So what's our 64 cav, 72 infantry, 74 range. Okay, we've got probably a little too much in the way of archers, but yeah, it's probably not the worst thing. Like I said, archers perform quite well. Kundal the Swordsman, decrease your charge damage taken by 50%. Yeah, well, who cares? Charge damage is so pathetic anyway. increase your speed damage bonus by 30% while on foot. Yeah, let's give them Surging Blow. Ooh. Oh, well, they killed Carios. Well done. They wiped out his army. Let's go to Thrak'dore Castle, actually, and we'll deliver... Maybe we'll deliver all the prisoners. I want to see if... Go to the dungeon. Oh, dungeon limit exceeded. 46 prisoners. Okay. Let's go to Jacqueline then, I guess. Yeah, Ingolthur got Garantor Castle. That's fine. If we can take Veron Castle, that'd be good. It's a nice kind of buffer zone against the Western Empire for our campaign, for our, you know, campaign that we'll shortly engage in against Vlandia. As soon as we're at peace with the Western Empire, I'm going to be looking for an excuse to go to war with Vlandia. Not Vlandia, Britannia. Okay, so I just want to see if we donate prisoners. We're going to donate Tadios. We've got 10 relation for him. Do we get relation for donating all this other crap? Let's see. 1 influence. Let's see how much relation this gets us. I'm just trying to weigh up if the relation is worth it or if the money's worth it. So anyway, let's see. None. Zip. Nada. Okay then. So only donate noble prisoners. It's the only thing that gets you relation. Revenue farming. No, I'm not interested. So we'll just ransom the rest of them off. Just wait here. Actually, do I need any goods? Get rid of all that. Let's sell all of this loot. Sell the silver ore. What are we missing? We're missing dates. Just to be expected. But we should maybe go to the Aserai territory. And see if we can pick up some dates. And more importantly, desert horses. To get our speed up. Ooh, Ironix. We can catch him. Arthur, it's been a while. So then, what is it? Well, you know we're at war. Surrender or die. I don't want to fight, but I will if you make me. I am going to make you. And Ekarand is going to help us on this one. Not that we need it. But anyway, let's see. Let's see what happens. Alright, I don't really want my cap to run forward. Quite happy to let my archers do the bulk of the killing if possible. AI is just going to charge its cavalry in because the AI doesn't give a toss. Let's see how well they do. So they got no kills on their charge, maybe like 2, but pretty much none. At least none of their cavalry died. I'm surprised about that, to be honest. Not yet, anyway. I guess they were. Oh, one of them's down. Did they actually get any more kills? I don't know. I wish the skewer thing would at least guarantee like 3 skewers before resetting, but I guess that's a little silly. But it would be nice. Surely with 1, right? So one Banner Knight died. How well did they do otherwise? They got 7 kills. It's not the worst, I suppose. Alright. Erinix is our prisoner. What else do I want to take a look at quickly? I just want to have a look. The Vlandian sergeants get shields? They do. They get oaken kite shield, long fine steel spear, and a fullered cavalry mace. And as for their skills, does it say? 130 polearm, 130 one-handed. What about the pikeman? Same polearm skill. They get a pike. It's the Vultures that don't seem to do that well, at least in, like, from a kills point of view. Okay, let's see if we can drop this prisoner off at Thrakdare Castle. Hopefully we can. No, over the limit. Okay. We will go back to Jacqueline again, I guess. It's a lot of Sea Raiders. Let's go for those Sea Raiders. Closed Warlord helmet. Yeah, let's do it quickly. That should be a reasonable amount of gold. Moved into it. Anyway, won the round though, so that's okay. I really want to give me crossbowmen. Okay, nice. Crossbow again! What have I done to deserve this? Nice headshot. Okay. Cool. Alright, nice. Easy win. An easy money. Close Warlord helmet. 49k. Almost bankrupts the city. The economy in this game, when it comes to the value of items, is a little bit out of kilter. And our athletic skill went up. We can get, yeah, again, we can get the charge damage one, or we can get the surging blow. I think obviously we'll get the surging blow perk. Okay, on to Jacqueline. Forgot about those Sea Raiders. I'll have to go back for them. Into the keep, into the dungeon, and another prisoner. Donated prisoners exceed party capacity. What do you mean? I don't understand what that means. Can we not donate the prisoner? Alright, we'll donate it to Galen. No, that's Damarok clan. We'll donate it to Hongard then. Which is... what clan is that? To Gilland. Uh-oh. A bunch of our guys just got taken prisoner. That's not good. That didn't give us any relation either. Maybe the Lord has to be there or something. I don't know. But maybe we can go free all of those prisoners that just got captured. get these looters first.
Horse archers! Archers!
Again, we'll just set our archers up
Forward!
to take care of this one.
Bowman! Move! Move!
We do look very knightish, I have to say. It's a cool look, the current set we've got on. It fits pretty well. Should probably get out of the way of our archers. Just let them do what they've got to do. They're all running, are they? Where'd the last one go? There he is. I missed. Meant to take my sword out. Mace isn't quite as long. There we go. Okay. Alright, let's head back over to the Western Empire's territory. I reckon they're probably at Veron Castle, right? I would think. Imagine that's where they all are. Where they all are, all the prisoners, I mean, the Vlandians. It's Temyon's army. Must have been the one that defeated... Okay, they're ignoring us. Yeah, must have been the one that captured all our guys. Prisoners, 112. Olganond and Lucan are the only ones there. 215 defenders. We won't be able to take it. And I assume... Okay, now we can't go in. Can request a meeting with Olakor. Oh, okay, alright. Tried to convince him to bail on his liege, but he was having none of it. Okay, that's a lot of enemy troops. I'd like to attack one of them without attacking both of them, or all of them. Maybe we can get Thephalos. He's got 21 prisoners. Let's just see what he's got. None of the prisoners are our guys. Alright, we'll take him out anyway. So we can fight him on his own. And then we can escape up north, I'm thinking. Not ideal terrain.
Archers! Move! Troops! Move! Forward!
Definitely not ideal terrain. Can't even see over the hill.
Bowman! Forward! Move! Soldiers! Forward! Cavalry! Move!
How many archers does he have? 30-ish or so?
Bowman!
Just set our guys up there.
Cavalry, move!
Okay, archers are doing alright.
Face that way! Forward! Cavalry charge!
Missed. The cavalry actually charging with any kind of efficiency? Not really. Get the infantry to charge then.
Horsemen!
Is it even worth pulling them back? I wonder, like, I feel like we'll take more casualties pulling them back. Ow.
Cavalry attack!
Alright, I think that's fine. No, we didn't take any casualties there, so that's okay. Alright. He's our prisoner. So are they. Rank those guys up. Rank those guys up. Just make them all swordsmen, because they seem to be more effective. Let's escape up this way. We'll go to Lanarken. Telemund has a scouting perk. Trade penalty within cities of your faction is decreased by 5%. Hideout detection range is increased by 30%. Or, yeah, okay, well, party leader and governor and party leader and scout. Obviously go for the scout perk. Okay, let's see. Go to the dungeon, donate prisoners. Oh, we got 10 relation that time, so. Don't know why we didn't get relation when we donated to the other castle. And some prisoners. Sell all the loot. Really need to get more horses. $111 prisoners. It's a lot. Fortunately, oh, Lysica. Can we get Lysica? I don't know why Amalgan is going for Lysica. Ah, because a lot of Imperial recruits, which are not as... I think we can catch her. Oh, perhaps not. Alright, let's go down to the Aserai territory. We need horses. It's just a brute fact. We need horses. More of our guys are held prisoner over here. That's only got 119 defenders. We could probably take that castle just to free our men. Not recruit, sorry, trade. Desert horses. It's not that cheap. We can get cheaper if we go down to Askar. Why was our gold change so much? Oh, the Abcoma garrison. Yeah, I forgot about that. Losing about 1,000 a day. Give or take, 600 to 1,000. Getting a decent amount of influence though, which is positive. Let's check this one. Tirahung, no, not worth it. Trade, alright, desert horses, 41. I'll take them. 11k though, pretty expensive. Let's sell all of those. That's a very good price for meat, so let's just sell like all of the meat. I don't know why that price, and it's also a very good price for grapes, but it goes down a lot quicker. And butter even. I don't know why Ascar is so in need of all of these things, but we will provide, and we'll buy all the date fruit. And then beyond that, I think we're okay. Hey, we got a level. We got some trade skill. Very nice. What do we want to put this point into? Tactics again, maybe? Could put it in charm. What's actually worthwhile? One-handed, I don't really care about. Two-handed is eh. Crossbow is eh. Riding with max. Smithing, maybe. Athletics. Not really too worried about athletics, scouting, roguery. Could put it in roguery, but we don't use enough bandit troops. Characters in your own faction require -1 persuasion success. I mean, that would be decent, I suppose. Characters in other factions require -1 persuasion success. I don't know. Technically, this one would be better, right? Like, there's more, well, one, it gives us a clan leader bonus, not just a governor bonus. But two, there's more nobles outside of our faction than within our faction. So, particularly if we start our own faction at some point. So, just by sheer numbers alone, this one's better. Renown gain, and then loyalty. Say we put it in there. Doesn't actually really bump up our odds all that much, just the learning rate. I think we dump it into tactics. We just finish off tactics, which will get us as high as we can get, really. Ultimately. Alright, what were we doing? Actually, something on my list. We haven't seen Liena in a long time. Maybe we should go visit her. Last seen near Phrygian. So we'll go to Iarchus and then Cassira. And then loop back around. Should have better speed now, yeah. We still need more cav, but speed should be better. For sure. That's not that cheap. Make peace with the Western Empire. Our kingdom will pay 1,200 tribute daily. Why do they want to make peace? We have too many enemies. We need to make peace with at least some of them. Who are our enemies? Did I miss a memo? I'm just gonna... I couldn't even swing it if I tried. I'll just abstain. That frees a bunch of the prisoners that they were holding as well. So who are we at war with? No one. Okay. So I don't know why they thought we had too many enemies, unless they're anticipating going to war with Britannia again, or the Aserai or something. But fair enough. We are back at peace. Gives me time to prep. Buy all of those. War camel. That's quite cheap for a war mount. So we'll buy the war camel, because we can probably upgrade it, which will magically turn the war camel into a horse, I'm willing to bet. Let's see. Yep. As I suspected. Oh wait, no. Here we go, this one. Yep, that used up our war camel, so there's a Vlandian banner knight somewhere that's riding around on a war camel, presumably. We'll go to Cassira, and we'll check Hunab. Typically villages don't have the goods cheaper than towns anymore, really. Which is odd, but it's what it is. Okay, our speed bonus from the footman is a bit better now. Nothing good there. Anything worth selling? You know what, we'll just sell some more butter. Sell some more grapes. Anything worth buying? Beer is quite cheap, so we'll buy a bunch of beer. Okay, make our way to Sanala. Hopefully I can wrap this up in time for any war that we enter into with Britannia. We've got a lot of influence now, so we can make a big army, an even bigger army than we had previously, which we'll probably need. Let's buy all the date fruit. That'll keep us lasted for a while. Okay, back to Kuyaz. Go Billman for that one. We've got plenty of olives. I'll buy the date fruit. Okay, back to Vlandia we go. So we didn't manage to get Veron Castle or Garantor Castle. And at least, well, we did get them at one point. We didn't hold them until the end of the war. Yurik. Okay. Full helm over laced coif. Let's do it. 16 lords. We could do with a helm upgrade. And I think in preparation for our upcoming war with Britannia or the Aserai, whoever it's with, it could be useful to have a an upgraded helmet. Probably should have gone for the cavalry. Let's make sure. I'm gonna try and take out as many of the nobles who aren't in our party as possible, because they're the ones that will steal our reward from us. We should have taken out Talamund. That's Arwa. And we'll just take them all out. Damn it! Right after saying that, and I just take out 3 of our own party members in a row. That's typical. Should have gone for the guys who have crowns. Is that Voleric? Okay, Valeric. Valeric? I don't know. That's our brother, I think. Okay. Alright. That was a big melee. This one is a little more contained. Borvald. Bit of a dorky name. Who's this guy?
Come on!
Eleduran. Okay. Half these guys I haven't even heard of. Damn it. Walked into that one. That's Kundal the swordsman. So we'll let him... Nice. Bit of friendly fire there. Bit of sabotage before the final match. Got him. Nice. Okay. Cool. So, we get that helmet. Now, let me just check again. Let me just check again. Not there. So yeah, it's only worth 1600. Now, if we were going to upgrade our helmet from what we've got at the moment, which is the nasal servilier over male coif, which is all the way down... Isn't it down here somewhere? This one. We would have as options the nasal helmet over male, which is pretty much the same thing, but just the cone head version. The nasal helmet over male... Wait, did that disappear? It did. Yeah, nasal helmet over male. Nasal helmet over padded coif, again, same thing. The kettle helmets, which look good for foot soldiers and crossbowmen. I don't think they quite suit cavalry archers. This one looks particularly phallic, to say the least. So yeah, don't know about that. That's the peaked helmet over male coif. We've also got the... So where did we go? Oh no, that's this one. Peaked helmet over laced coif. Nasal helmet over male coif. Again, same as before. Kettle helmet over male. Peaked kettle helmet over male. Segmented skull cap over male. I mean, that one's not bad. Segmented skull cap over male coif. It's very similar to what we're wearing at the moment. It's barely any visual change. And then we pretty much go up to these ones. And this one, I don't know, it doesn't look Vlandian to me. The bronze makes it look really Spartan. So I think the design is Imperial. But maybe it is a Vlandian design, I'm not sure. But these ones are clearly like very traditional knight ones. So the full helm over laced coif is what we've got there. So that would probably be the next upgrade, considering we'd skip a lot of these ones. And this one's not much of a visual change, so I think we'll go ahead and equip it. And then the next upgrade from there is just basically continuing down this line. Ultimately ending in the visored helmet over male coif, probably. Or maybe the full helm over padded. I'm still not sure. But let's equip our helmet there. Now I don't think we'll sell this helmet. I think instead we will give it to our brother. And we're going to upgrade his armor as well, I think. And just equip him similarly to us. So what do we have? Ornate pauldrons. We might not give him the ornate pauldrons. We'll just give him the pauldrons with cape. And Brigandine over male. 277,000. Hang on. I need to take a better look at this. I need to take a better look at this one. That's like massively end game. Where is that? Brigandine over male. Yeah, okay, that's like full end game armor for us. So it goes to 50 body armor, 16 leg, 14 arm. So that's, yeah, very much an end game goal. Anyway, let's go back to our brother. We'll give him the white tabard. We'll upgrade him to the heavy mail mittens and the strapped chaucer. So he's getting a big upgrade of hand-me-downs. But a big upgrade is a big upgrade, you know, whichever way you cut it. As for the other equipment, I'm not too sure what I want to do with it. Wondering if I should take her bow away. Just to make her... It's a shame I can't just assign her as cavalry. We could give some to Kundal, or maybe Gudra, maybe Varric. Actually, I don't think... I mean, that's an upgrade for him. That's the same, that's the same. No, no, that's an upgrade for him. What about Gudra? Okay, I don't think any of these are an upgrade for anyone, so we'll just sell them. Okay, so we got a nice upgrade there of our helmet. Our brother Nagand got decked out in some fresh looking gear. And what horse is he using? What horse am I using? I'm using the Botanian Thoroughbred, which I think is a pretty damn good horse. He's just got a Vlandian Courser, which is fine. I think that's... yeah, I think Vlandian Courser's fine. In fact, let's just check. Can anyone else use the Vlandian Courser? You've already got one. You've got one. You've got a Salagat, which is fine. You are not going to be using. You're not going to be using the Hasawi. That's fine. You don't have enough riding skill just yet. Okay. All right. Cool. I think that's fine. 30k, but I think that's probably worth the expense. Maybe. I don't know. Upgrades our brother in any event. Let's see where Liena is. Liena. She's at Pravand. Let's head over there. There she is. Arthur, so good to see you. It's been too long. So then, what is it? Alright, let's have a chat with her next episode. I'm going to leave it there for the minute, because it's getting pretty late here and we've been going a while. But, yeah, next episode we'll have a chat with Liena, see what comes of that. And then hopefully we'll be at war with the Botanians, or maybe the Aserai or something. We'll have to see. And I really want to take Pendragon. That is my goal, is to take that town. Actually, one alternative is we can, if we farm enough relations with the other clans in the kingdom, we could potentially try and get some of the fiefs that are owned by others handed over to us, but that's going to be a pretty big uphill battle, as you can see, and it costs a hell of a lot of influence, 400 influence. So yeah, I don't know what'll happen, but anyway, we'll work that out next episode. I'll catch you then.